Today we are going to discuss about the female reproductive system. Students, in the previous lecture, you all of you introduced about the male reproductive system. Now here we are going to discuss about the female reproductive system. So students, female reproductive system. Students, the female reproductive system is mainly consists of following organs: a pair of ovary or ovaries, oviduct or fallopian tube, uterus and vagina. Now students, we are going to discuss as well as urethra. Now students, we are going to discuss about the female reproductive system with the help of diagram. This is the peritoneum cavity where the both either side of the vertical column both kidneys lies. This is the oviduct or fallopian tube. This is the urinary bladder. And the urethra. The ovary, thick massive region of the interior lining of the endometrium. The inner wall of the uterus is called endometrium. And student, this is the ureter that opens into the urinary bladder. The ureter is incoming from the each kidney I also make the once again diagrammatic representation in a very short view. To understand the female reproductive system very clearly. This is the pear-shaped region. The thick lining of endometrium. The almond shaped structure of the ovary. Each ovary is of about 3 centimeter long, 1.5 centimeter wide, and about 1 centimeter thick in structure. Now students, I am going to label these diagrams. The kidney. This is the ureter. The fallopian tube or oviduct. The urinary bladder. This is the uterus. The ovaries. A single is called ovary. This is a finger-like projection structure called fimbriae. The same is ovary. The uterus. Vagina. Common urinogenital canal. That is the cervix. The neck region of the vagina, somewhat cylindrical shape. The inner lining, that is called endometrium. Endometrium. Oviduct or fallopian tube. Thus, students, this is the structure of human female reproductive system. Students, this is the ovary, a flat almond shaped about 3 centimeter long, 1.5 centimeter wide and about 1 centimeter thick structure. Its main function is the formation of ova by the process of evolution after the secretion of progesterone hormone, the male hormone. This is the student's oviduct. The oviduct is of about 10 centimeter long. It is divided into 3 parts. This is the first opening part, that is called ampulla. This is the narrow part. This is called the isthmus. And this is the short part that opens into the uterus or uterine wall or uterus. This is called the ampulla, isthmus, and this is the main part of the fallopian tube that opens inside the uterus and called the orifice. The orifice of fallopian tube or oviduct base. Now students, this the pear-shaped region whose inner wall are lined by endometrium wall. Endometrium wall. The inner uterus wall is called endometrium wall. It is somewhat fatty and due to deposition of fat cells, or you can say that the adipocyte cells, and the inner lining is called endometrium. This is the uterus. This is the pear-shaped structure about 15 to 20 centimeter long and is very elastic in nature and can be widespread about 20 to 30 centimeter long. And students, this is the vagina. This is the region that receives the semen during the copulation by the male, and this is the cervix. The neck of the vagina is called cervix. Aside each or either side of the cervix, the Bartholin or barbourethral glands are present. These glands are bean-shaped and helps in secretion of the mucous substances that helps in lubrication, as well as this is known for the birth canal. Yes students, this is also known as the copulatory organ as well as the birth canal, because through this the birth of the individual child take place. And inside the uterus there is the embryonic development. It means all the gestation period from fertilization to the end of the 9 months of an individual birth timing. All these developmental process take place inside the uterus. This is the womb, also called womb of mother. Now students, here I am also going to define this diagram, because in this the common urinogenital canal is skipped, and this is the presence of the urinary bladder. That's why this opening, it means urethra, is also called the common urinogenital canal. And all of the other structures are just same as illustrated in this diagram. So students, we comparatively study about this board diagram because in this the urinary bladder and the urethra is clearly shown. This is the urethra and also known the common urinogenital canal along with the vagina. Now students, once again I am going to discuss about the each and every part of the female reproductive system. At first I take the ovaries. Ovaries is almond shaped, about 3 cm long, 1.5 cm thick, wide and 1 cm thick structure. It lies in the ovarian fossa, just below the abdominal cavity, and it is well known for the formation of the ova cells by the process of ovulation due to the secretion of the progesterone hormone in females. Students, the ova are the female gamete cells that is continuously formed after the bearing the age of puberty in girl child or female. Now students, the secondary oviduct or fallopian tube, it is about 10 cm long, thick muscular tube, whose the upper part is called ampulla, that containing the finger-like projections. This is called the fimbriae, and the ovary is linked with the fimbriae with the help of a endothelium membrane or endothelium thread-like structure. This is also called mesothelium. What is student? Mesothelium. Now students, the next one is the uterus. The uterus is about 15 cm long and can be widespread 20 up to 30 cm during the gestation period or embryonic development after the implantation of embryo with the result of fertilization. It is also called the womb of mother. Its inner wall is lined by the endometrium wall, and here all the kind of developmental processes or incidents take place inside this chamber of the mother, that is called uterus. Vagina, this is called the common canal for the reception or receiving of the semen that is secreted by the male during the process of copulation, and also called the parturition. It means the birth canal, because the birth of the child takes place through this canal. It is long, cylindrical, thick muscular structure and about 3 to 5 cm long. The end of the vagina is called cervix. The cervix is lined by round or radial shaped muscles. Such kind of muscles are also called sphincter muscles. Now students, the last one is the urethra. Urethra is the common also called common urinogenital canal, because through which the urine is discharged, as well as it also become the part of the birth canal. It is only 2 to 3 cm in female. Its length is about 2 to 3 cm in female. Thus students, this is the female reproductive system, and now in the incoming video lecture we will discussing about the accessory glands of the male and female, as well as about the reproductive health. Thanks students for joining today's lecture.